Hello and welcome. Today we're going to discuss an important topic, women's rights in the workplace. My name is Lena Ackerman. I'm an attorney with NYSET's Office of General Counsel, and I'm here to guide you through the key aspects of federal and New York State laws that protect women's rights at work. Women make up a significant portion of the workforce, especially in education. Despite the significant progress we've made towards equality in recent decades, it's still important to understand the protections in place to ensure safe, equal, and inclusive environments for women in the workplace. The goal of this Know Your Rights video is to provide our members and their union advocates with an overview of some of the federal and state laws that protect them in the workplace. Let's start by defining some important terms you'll hear a lot in this video. We will start with sex and gender. While many people use the terms sex and gender interchangeably, they actually have different meanings. Sex is usually determined by the sexual anatomy of an individual at birth, whereas gender is a social construction and has to do with the roles and behaviors that society teaches people depending on their sex and how people choose to express their identity. All discrimination against an individual based on their sex, sexual orientation, or gender identity, including transgender status or gender expression, are forms of sex discrimination. So, how does this play out in the workplace? Let's look at some specifics. First, let's tackle the most unpleasant topics: sex discrimination and harassment. Under federal and New York State law, discrimination based on sex, gender identity, gender expression, or sexual orientation is illegal. This means any adverse treatment of an employee based on these factors is prohibited. Sex discrimination. Sex discrimination can take various forms, such as disparate treatment and disparate impact. Disparate treatment occurs when an employer intentionally treats an employee unfavorably due to their sex, gender identity, or sexual orientation. Disparate impact, on the other hand, refers to neutral policies that disproportionately affect a specific group. Examples of sex discrimination include denying promotions due to marital status or childbearing potential, enforcing discriminatory dress codes, and unequal pay for equal work. The challenge with sex discrimination cases can be proving the intent or causes behind employment decisions. It's not illegal to deny a woman a promotion based on legitimate professional factors, such as job performance, but it is illegal to deny a woman a promotion simply because they are a woman. For example, sex discrimination takes place when the person who has decision-making authority thinks that a woman won't fit in with an all-male managerial staff, or if the hiring manager has an unsupported concern that promoting a woman with children means that they will not be able to perform or focus on their job duties as well as a male candidate, or deciding to not hire or promote a woman out of concern that promoting a woman of childbearing age means that they will be going out on childcare leave. Again, establishing this discriminatory intent can be challenging, but knowing your rights is an important first step to combating discrimination. Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is a form of discrimination that includes unwelcome verbal, visual, or physical conduct of a sexual nature. It typically falls into two categories: hostile work environment and quid pro quo. A hostile work environment is created by unwanted behavior that makes it difficult for an employee to work. Under New York State law, harassment does not need to be severe or pervasive to be unlawful. Any harassing conduct can be unlawful if it rises above petty slights or trivial inconveniences. This can include inappropriate comments, unwanted physical contact, or displaying sexually explicit material in the workplace. Even seemingly benign comments or jokes can contribute to a hostile work environment if they make someone feel uncomfortable or are offensive and of a sexual nature. Quid pro quo harassment occurs when job benefits are contingent upon the acceptance of unwelcome sexual advances. Reporting sexual harassment. If you experience sexual harassment, it's important to document everything. Keep records of incidents, including dates, times, locations, and any witnesses to the harassment. Report the harassment to your union, human resources, or designated Title IX officer. There are employer policies and local, state, and federal laws that protect you. If the harassment involves unwanted physical touching or coerced sex acts, the conduct may constitute a crime, and you should contact the police. Pregnancy discrimination. Pregnancy discrimination is also illegal. Breastfeeding mothers are entitled to break time and private spaces to pump breast milk. Employers must also provide reasonable accommodations for pregnancy-related conditions, such as modified work schedules, leave for medical needs, and extra breaks to rest or drink water. Other examples might include light duty assignments or temporary transfer away from hazardous duties. Employers cannot force you to take a leave if reasonable accommodations can be made to allow you to continue to perform your job. New York State provides additional protections beyond federal laws. For instance, the Pregnant Workers Fairness Act requires employers to provide reasonable accommodations for pregnancy, childbirth, and related medical conditions. And starting in January of 2025, pregnant workers in New York will be entitled to 20 hours of paid prenatal personal leave, specifically for healthcare services, testing, or procedures related to pregnancy. This leave can be taken in hourly increments and is in addition to other types of leave. Pumping and lactation rates. Under the New York Nursing Mothers in the Workplace Act, employers must provide break time and a private space for breastfeeding mothers to pump. The space cannot be a bathroom, and it must be clean, private, and near the work area. Pay transparency. New York's new pay transparency laws requires employers to list salary ranges in job postings, helping to close the wage gap and ensure fair pay for all workers. This transparency makes it less likely for women and workers of color to be underpaid. Pay disparity can occur in various forms. For instance, if a male and a female employee perform the same job but the male is paid more, this is a clear violation of equal pay laws. Women should be aware of their rights to demand equal pay for equal work. Reporting and resources. If you believe you've been discriminated against or harassed, you have the right to file a complaint. Start by consulting your union, which can help you navigate the complaint process with your employer's Human Resources Department or Title IX officer. In New York, you can file a complaint with the New York State Division of Human Rights within 1 year of the Discriminatory Act, or you can file a lawsuit directly in state court within 3 years. For federal complaints, you must file with the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the EEOC, within 180 days of the act. Here are some helpful resources if you need to file a complaint or learn more about your rights. Remember, understanding your rights is the first step to protecting them. Stay informed and don't hesitate to seek help if you face discrimination or harassment in the workplace. For more detailed information, visit the resources available at niceatwomen.org or contact the appropriate agencies and legal resources listed in our guide. Stay empowered and stay informed. Thank you for watching and take care.